Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Monday night, January 10th, and these are the charts of the day. Starting off alphabetically, there's quite a few bullish-looking chart patterns. We had a significant breakout today on ACAD. You'll see the run-up here in December. The stock exploded from about 70 cents up to $1.50, more than doubling quickly in about a week, and then backed off and formed the perfect little wedge. The apex of the wedge here was reached on very low volume, and we popped today for 40 cents, or 35%. On more than 10 million shares, significant advance, and a breakout that could lead to higher levels. At this point, I have a trading target up around the 210 range, and then beyond that, around 240. Those are your trading targets for ACAD. ALLT, a lot communications, also a strong session. Big volume today, popped out of the trading range, got up to resistance and closed not far from the highest for the day, up 86% or 7.4%. Looks like this stock's heading for 15. That's a short-term trading target. ASTM, significant price volume surge out of a 2-month wedge pattern after this big run we had in October, November. The stock collapsed and rallied back and gapped down once again here and then settled in. Finally, this little flag pattern here was broken today with a thrust. And we're looking for more upside here across the 340 range. If it gets to that, then we can see a test of the 440-45 range and beyond. AXTI, another significant day for this little puppy, breaking out of a flag today. This week and a half long flag was broken with a 44-cent thrust on a 1.2 million shares. Looks like we're headed towards the 12 3/4, perhaps 13 range. That's my short-term trading target for AXTI. B-squared BSQR has been moving strongly since November, and it's accelerating here. You can see the volume thrust last week, 2 days of rest, and today it popped another $1.10 or 10%. Is there no stopping this stock? I don't know, but sure looks strong. Now, it's getting a little ahead of itself, as you can see the moving averages here. So we may be due for another consolidation before it moves higher, but still, right now, momentum is strong. I wouldn't be surprised to see it thrust towards the 14 range on a short-term basis. Up next is GSIT, which had a significant gap and run today, up 79 cents or 9.4%. The volume was the strongest we've seen in a couple months, and the long-term channel is in play, and it looks to me like it may try to test the top of that channel up around $10. My short-term target, secondary target around 12. HLS is up next. Health South had a big significant price volume surge. Note that the base here was broken with the thrust here in December. Then a platform formed, one of my favorite patterns, kind of a cup and handle. Exploded today with a breakaway gap and then a surge of 216 or 10% up 4.8 million. And that's by far the heaviest volume we've seen in a couple of years. So significant day for that. Going forward, the target's at 26 and then 29. Huntsman Chemical, HUN, is next. A beautiful 45-degree angle type rising channel. You can see that it's just coming out of a consolidation that lasted most of the month of December. And today popped $1.37 or 8.5% on 7.4 million shares, the biggest volume in about a month. I'm looking for a thrust that continues here up towards the $20 level, my short-term trading target for Huntsman. Now, Jazz Pharmaceuticals has been surprising a lot of us lately, and since the August period when it was down around 7.5, has more than tripled to $21.55 today, or about tripled. And at this point, the thrust in November is what really broke it out, and now the stock's been stair-stepping higher. Today's action up $1.79 or 9%, 1.4 million shares. That's the strongest volume we've seen in about 6-8 weeks. And a significant move through this lateral price resistance today should get us up near 24, my short-term trading target for Jazz. Low price Jones Soda had a significant surge the last couple of days. Nice follow through today, up another 22 cents or 16.67% on 4 million shares. That's a significant volume, the strongest volume since June of last year. And may lead to a move up to test the 190.93 zone, my initial trading target, secondary target about 225. LDK, which also had a big significant price volume surge and breakaway gap today across out of the falling 2-month falling wedge and across its 50-day moving average and lateral price resistance. Key day for the stock up $1.93 to $12.36 on 18.5%. I'm looking for a test of the $15 range, which is my trading target short term. Secondary target about 18.5 for LDK. NVIDIA had a significant session after the close today, announcing a $1.5 million licensing deal with Intel payable over 5 years, so that's $300 million a year. This stock's going to be in good shape, I believe, going forward. Significant thrust broke it out 2 days ago. It's been edging higher the last couple of days. I expect it to gap again tomorrow and run perhaps towards the 24.5, 25 zone. Power, PWR, Power One, breaking out of a 4-week consolidation. Popped today for 83 cents or 8% on 5.8 million shares. Looks like it may be on its way to running towards a test of the August-October double top around 13. A break through that, and we can see the stock in the high teens potentially. QCOR, Questcor Pharmaceuticals, broke out of a trading range yesterday, backed off to retest the breakout point today. Let's scroll in on that. You'll see right here, and then reverse sharply to close with a gain for the day. That kind of action is bullish. The volume was heavy on the upside of 1.7 million, as I stated, and at this point, looks like the top of the long-term channel around 21, 22 may be tested. That's my trading target going forward for QCOR. Nice day for Reddit today, up $1.11 or 18.5%, breaking out of this little mini 2-day channel here. And today's volume was heavy enough to break it out across the September high of 6.25, closing at 660. That's significant. I believe short-term resistance around 740.50 will be tested and taken out, and that the stock will move higher into the 8-9 zone, maybe even as high as 10 short-term for Reddit. Looking good. SPRD is moving higher, steadily higher in a rising channel. Broke out of a nice little coil, or appears like it's about to. Here's the little pop of 66 cents or 3.5% on 1.2 million shares, and that's a significant move that could lead to higher levels and a test at the top of the channel around the 22.5, 23 zone for SPRD. STEC also had a good day today, up $1.18. Excuse me, up $1.09 to 2027. You can see it close right at resistance or right near it, and a thrust here can accelerate this one into the 23.5 zone, our short-term trading target. It's already achieved our initial swing trade target, a secondary swing trade target, at least 22.5. So looking good on STEC as well. TII had a significant day today, popping out of a 4-day mini bull flag. You can see how it pulled back on low volume with the technicals holding up well. Today up at 35 cents or 11.3%. Nearly 1 million shares. Looks like a test of the $4 level may be forthcoming very soon, but the stock is getting just a tad ahead of itself and may end up in a consolidation phase at some point shortly. TWER, in a very strong rising channel for the last 5 months, broke out, flag, and now it's been moving steadily higher. With the technicals looking the way they are, I expect this stock could get up towards 5 3/4, 6, my short-term trading target for TWER. ZAG had a significant breakout session today, up 77 cents and reaching 10.08 at one point, breaking out of the 2-month trading range. The top of the channel at this point calls for a move that could take this as high as 17, but we'll set a short-term trading target about 12. And lastly is ZIXI, Z-I-X-I, which also broke out of a 4-week trading range yesterday, had a bit of a follow-through today, but it looks like to me it may be headed higher, and I'm looking for a move up towards 5.5 and then 6.25, my trading targets on ZIXI. Going forward. And that's it for tonight. We'll talk about some shorts tomorrow night. Have a good evening.